Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, with another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode we're back with the Gruul ramp deck, and I think we're going to have to keep that hand, otherwise we're going to be a little bit screwed. So yeah, so at the moment I think we want to play out Evolving Wilds and Gruul Guildgate at the very least on turns 1 and 2, then hoping that we find maybe a either a basic land or something else to make sure that Cindergate isn't played tapped. I don't know. See how it goes. Because we want to be able to play Natural Connection on turn 3 so we can get Curd Chieftain down on turn 4. Okay, so we've got maybe a Renown deck at the moment. Top and Free Blade. We're playing the rank 24 Vagstor for the first game. Let's make sure we actually pop Evolving Wilds. Just in case we can play something this turn. So we'll grab, I don't know, Mountain. I think we'll be fine. What are we going to get? Something good. That works for me because we can play that next turn, then pop the Natural Connection and find ourselves a forest, I think, and then we should then be able to keep ramping up to get things like Curd Chieftain and stuff like that. So, I mean, this is going to Renown, but it's not going to be around for too long, I don't think. We're just going to slowly build our way up to getting the 7 mana we need for Gaia's Revenge and Omnath at this point. That will Renown. It'll get up to a 3/3. Yeah, this is looking like a green, white, red Renown deck, which is interesting. It's something that I've always considered putting together, but never really thought it was viable enough, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to grab a forest this time. There we go. So we can't play anything this turn, so we're going to take a hit of 5 this turn upcoming. Yeah, it doesn't really help that we went down to 6 cards to begin with as well. I mean, it wasn't the best. I was almost tempted to keep the opening hand just because it had a ramp and a Monvuli Acid Moss in it. But wow, we are in a whole world of pain right now. I think we're just dead at this point unless we can find... I think these are all going to Renown. So unless we find ourselves a... what's it called? Chandra's Revenge, I think we're dead. Put it that way. We found a Ravaging Blaze, which sort of helps, but not really. I mean, we could kill one of these creatures. Okay, so we missed to play out the Curd Chieftain, which is good. So we're still 2 mana away from being able to play out either of these cards. Let's just see what he does. I'm assuming he might have something like a Wild Size in his hand. That's what I assume. Nope, he's just going to play out another Fire Fiend Elemental. Interesting. So we probably want to kill one of these. I'm assuming he's just going to swing with everything here. He's just going to try and take me out at this point. So we're just going to kill the Vigilance creature. We dead? We're just plain old dead. I should have blocked the Fire Fiend Elemental, I've just realised, but I think I would have been dead next turn anyway. So that's an unfortunate start to the video. I'll see you in a sec, guys. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2, and I believe we're playing the rank 29 niche to begin with. Cannot keep that hand. Oh, definitely can't keep that hand. Wow, the draws today are absolutely fantastic, of course. So I'm down to 6 cards again to begin with. So yeah, we're playing the rank 29 niche. Looks like we're playing Thopters. So it's all fun and games, guys, all fun and games. Play out the mountain. Wow, that was a weird glitch there. It's like the mountain suddenly was like massive on the screen and then zoomed right in. So we've got Gatecreeper Vine for turn 2, I think, just to mana fix a 4th mana. Do have potentially Woodland Bellower to play down on turn 6 at this rate, if we get that far. I'm assuming we're playing Thopters. So he's got nothing, which is okay, I suppose. Play the Rootbound Crag and a Gatecreeper Vine. We'll probably play Elvish Visionary next turn, just to get us draw us an extra card, maybe one of our ramp cards. What's he doing? Like, was he seriously going to play? Okay, telling time. I thought he was actually going to like play a burn spell on a Gatecreeper Vine. I was like, are you joking? Are you joking, man? But apparently not, no. I wonder if this is like a like dodge and burn style deck. I tried to put one of them together before, but I don't think I had the right cards. So I think maybe it's actually the time to try and put like a red-blue like burn deck together. That might have to be for the week afterwards, because I've already got a Simic Tempo updated deck for Battle for Zendikar ready to go for next week. I've started playtesting it, so hopefully that'll be ready for the next lot of videos, which should be quite nice. So what's this guy doing? What's he looking for? Come on, Mr. Niche, we haven't got all day. I'm recording for my audience. I've got other things to record afterwards as well. I'd appreciate it if you hurried the hell up. So, yeah, this guy is actually just, you know, winding down the clock by the looks of things, and I have no idea why. He's about to run out of time though, so we're done. At least my ability finally goes through, so we'll grab ourselves Forest. I think it'll be fine. So yeah, next turn's going to be Elvish Visionary. Let's see what this guy actually managed to find. Did he not find a land? Is that what he was worried about? Maybe. So basically, he telling time was basically annoyed because he didn't find a mana drop on it. Maybe. So I haven't seen him play anything yet. So I'm assuming that maybe he didn't get the mana drop he needed and is now mana screwed. That is my assumption anyway. Can't tell whether or not he's. Don't think he's left yet. So. We're just waiting for him to make up his mind. It's either that or he stepped away from the computer. Could also be another possibility. We're obviously just waiting for him to do something. So yeah, the deck I'm be playing on Friday's game will be the Simic. Like I said, it will be an updated Simic Tempo. It's got some control cards in it now. It's got some of the Eldrazi in it, such as I think the flying 2-mana one instead of the Welkin turn, just because it's got the ingest. Yeah, it's got some counters and things instead of more bounce, so it should be an interesting deck to play. I've started play testing it already. It's performing pretty well. So Simic Tempo was always fun. So we just gotta hopefully get going with that. What is this guy doing? There we go. No, he wasn't mana screwed. He was probably just away. It looks like he was just away from the computer. Okay, so he's starting to play out a Chief of the Foundry now, which is an interesting time to play it, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we found Radiant Flames. That's good because we're playing Thopters. So I like the idea that this could help us wipe the board later on. So I've got another mana as well. So we've got all the mana we need to get all the way up to Woodland Bellower, which is pretty cool. So we can potentially play this, find Rex Sage, and destroy a what's it called? Thopter Spy Network. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna let that go through if he swings, which he is. It's fine. 2 damage is not a problem at this stage in the game. We've got blockers for later on in case it gets too much more of a problem. So it looks like he didn't have anything like Thopter Engineer, otherwise he would have played that. So no, he's not mana screwed, he was just obviously just AFK for a second. We've got Darkslick Drake. Interesting. Not the kind of card I was expecting to have found in a Thopter deck, but what do I know? I think we'll play out Evolving Wilds here. So we're going to be taking 2 damage in the air at the moment, like guaranteed. Which is kind of annoying. I've got no way of dealing with that at the moment, as I have no other burn spells. So I guess he's just going to swing with both of these. Yeah, we'll skip attack this turn and then probably start blocking that next turn. We just sack you off. Go for the red. There we go. We've got plenty of forest in hand, so I don't mind going for the red cards. So yeah, an interesting thought suddenly comes to me. These lands all got updated for Battle for Zendikar because Battle for Zendikar is like obviously the current expansion coming out. But considering that Oath of the Gatewatch and Shadows over Innistrad are coming out at the same time, how are the lands actually going to work there? We're going to have like a mix of like Battle for Zendikar, no, not Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch and what's the word I'm looking for? Battle over Innistrad coming out at the same time, so we're just going to Monvooli Asimos in here. And then we'll grab a Cinderglade. So yeah, I'm wondering how the lands are going to work then, whether or not they're going to just start mixing them up from all the different packs, or whether or not we're just going to have a mix of the 2 latest expansions, or what, but that could be interesting. So Jace isn't going to flip anytime soon. I can probably Radiant Flames it before it becomes too much of a problem. So we're ramping up quite nicely. We'll probably want to block maybe Chief of the Foundry this turn. Yeah, just prevent a couple of damage because we can destroy it next turn anyway. So I'm just going to throw my Gatecreeper Vine under the bridge here, just so we only take 2 damage this turn. Yeah, we're going to get Woodland Bellower out this upcoming turn, which is quite nice. Shame Radiant Flames today. Did not mean to pause it there. Shame Radiant Flames doesn't do more damage in this deck, but I suppose if it was a ramp, not Gruul, but Naya maybe, introducing like the 3rd mana, it could work out a lot better. We are going to get more value out of Radiant Flames at this rate though, so this wasn't artifacts as per se, because we've got only the 1 Chief of the Foundry, which is a weird choice considering there's like no other artifacts right now. What's a card he played? Thopter Spy Network. I'm glad that's being exiled, but sucks to be him. Shouldn't have played it on the turn that he did. Okay, let's play out the Evolving Wilds, and then we're also going to play out Woodland Bellower and destroy the Chief of the Foundry. Like so. So you're going to, yes, we would like to find our Reclamation Sage. Destroy you. Because I know that the Spy Network has gone to the graveyard now, so I don't really mind too much about destroying an artifact instead. So now he's only been able to swing for 2 for guaranteed every turn. Okay, so he's played Gear Crafter, so Radiant Flames is suddenly becoming more value. As we now have 4 targets for it, although he can actually flip Jace, which is interesting. If he decides to, of course. So I'm guessing he's going to swing, which he is. Let's just get ourselves an Evolving Wilds, I think. Sorry, a Forest maybe? Yeah, that'll be fine. We're just trying to basically build up a way to Desolation Twin at this point. So we're only taking 2 damage in the air, which isn't too bad at the moment. I mean, we can Radiant Flames to essentially wipe his board now. Okay, so we've also managed to find Breaker of Armies, which is good. We can play that this turn or next turn, although I am just going to Radiant Flames this turn, I think. Which will just wipe the rest of his board out. Kill 2 of my creatures, but I'm guessing he's going to try and flip Jace here, although we will just kill it straight away with the Woodland Bellower. So does that... He does actually exile before I can actually... What's the word I'm looking for? So there we go. We can actually now swing at Jace. Come on. There we go. We may as well kill Jace while we're at it. And then we'll probably play Desolation Twin this upcoming turn. Yeah, he must have known that I was just going to kill Jace there. So, I mean, I lose 6 damage at his face, but we're about to play Desolation Twin regardless, and then just completely mess him up, which is quite nice. So, okay, so we play out Whirler Rogue, which is not particularly good for us. So maybe we want to play out Breaker of Armies this upcoming turn. So he's going to swing for 4 in the air now. Oh no, he's only 2 in the air, which isn't too bad. Yeah, maybe Breaker of Armies would have been better there, and then Radiant Flames this upcoming turn. Just because Breaker of Armies would have then swept up anything else. Swings and roundabouts. Okay, so let's play out Forest. We'll then play out Breaker of Armies, I think. We'll swing with you, as you can't kill it. You can't kill me next turn at the moment unless that happens to be a... What's it called? Exquisite Firecraft, which I have been seeing a hell of a lot lately. So I am almost tempted just to Ravaging Blaze. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could Ravaging Blaze the Darkstick Drake. Or do I just play out? Do I risk it and just play out Breaker? No, I'm just going to risk it and play out Breaker of Armies. I mean, what's the chances that is an Exquisite Firecraft? If it is, you know, there's nothing I really could have done anyway, apart from killed maybe the Darkstick Drake. But so yeah, hopefully he hasn't found the Exquisite Firecraft. So he's swinging with all of it, which I would assume. So providing he doesn't have the Exquisite Firecraft, we've basically won, because Ravaging Blaze should do enough damage to push through lethal, I think. How much we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not quite lethal, actually. Although, yeah, sorry, we could actually just kill the Whirler Rogue and then swing with both creatures. So providing he can't kill me this turn. So I'm either hoping for not 2 Twin Bolts or an Exquisite Firecraft here. So neither. Thank God for that. Right, so he's now dead. So we're just going to do Ravaging Blaze. Doesn't really matter what we do here. We're just going to do you. And then swing with both of our creatures. There we go. Whew. So we just about got away with that there. Managed to outlast the Flying Onslaught. Thank God for that. Let's move on to game number 3, guys. Oh God, not damage effects. You've got to be joking. Let's move on to the next game, guys. Okay, guys, here we are for what's probably going to be the last game of today. I'll read out who the opponent is in a minute, as I completely missed it, but I'm probably going to keep that hand. It's got plenty of mana. We've got an Elvish Visionary for some card draw. Radiant Flame is an early game sweeper. You're playing Molt Wixer, rank 34. So, fairly high rank. I'm still like wallowing around low to mid 20s, which is kind of annoying me now. Need to push out into the 30s before I feel comfortable with just playing like crazy decks. But we'll start off with the fertile thicket here. That's what I'm looking for. Would like to use his ability, please, which will then put the mountain on top. Just to confirm, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana already, which is pretty sweet. So he's going to pop his Evolving Wilds. And we'll get to see our first glimpse of what kind of deck he might be playing. We won't be playing out a Gruul Guildgate on turn 2. Okay, so we've got white mana. Wonder what else we might find. We've got Felidar Cub. So sacrifice it, destroy target enchantment. Interesting. We don't really have any enchantments in this deck, I don't think, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any enchantments in this deck, so works for me. You know, it's just a 2/2 creature. There we go, got more mana as well. So the Elvish Visionary is doing the business here, ramping us up quite nicely. Well, not really ramping us, but mana fixing us quite nicely. So I'm probably going to let that go through. First, we want to save the Radiant Flames for potentially if he plays more creatures. Just skip attack, we'll let the 2 damage go through. Need to remember with this deck that early game damage isn't necessarily a problem. So he's played no creatures on turn 3, which is interesting. So we'll probably just play out the Gruul Guildgate here and then just swing with the Elvish Visionary. Just because we didn't really plan on blocking anyway, so I may as well just push through 1 point of damage. And he's going to play Natural Connection. Ah, that's why he decided not to play any creatures there, because he wanted to ramp up at the end of my turn. Okay, so we've got blue thrown in there as well. Interesting. I have no idea what kind of deck he's playing now. Absolutely no idea. Another Revolving Wilds, okay. So we've got 3 colours at the moment. We've got green, white, blue. So obviously see what kind of deck he's playing once he starts playing out some more interesting cards. He's only got 4 cards left in hand, which is fine by me. Less cards he's got, the more comfortable I feel. So it's some kind of ramp deck, I know this now. It's like green, white, blue ramp, because he's obviously played Natural Connection and now Nissa's Pilgrimage. We could do some ramp cards of our own, really, but could do with a Monvuli Acid Moss to take out his island, ideally. Be nice. Come on, Monvuli. Nope, just another mana. So we'll just swing with the Elvish Visionary. I mean, I could take out his Felidar Cub, but I feel like it's more like worthwhile actually just saving the Ravaging Blaze for later on. Do like drawing into something like a Curd Chieftain or something like that maybe would be nice. Plus this is an instant, so potentially we could use it to destroy this before he plays an enchantment or anything on top of it. Could be quite good. So we're just going to go down to 14 here, I think. So we're losing the race at the moment, but you know, we're waiting to draw into something a bit better. I mean, we've got options to deal with this. I'm just kind of reluctant to do so at the moment. I'm waiting to get a bit more value out of one of these cards, ideally. Okay, what's he played out? Drowner of Hope. Wow, that's kind of terrifying. Enter battlefield. Oh my god, that is pretty devastating for me. I'm going to be honest. We've got no way of dealing with that right now, apart from just like a blocker. We have Fanakum Hellkite, which is good. I mean, I could wipe the board, but that would then leave me vulnerable to the 5 attack every turn. So maybe we just need to hold out. So I'm just going to skip attack. And then hit continue. So we can't kill that this turn with the Ravaging Blaze, but we could potentially kill it next turn. So let's see what he does. So he's done nothing so far. This is just a really devastating card. I'm going to be honest. I've got no way of dealing with it because we found none of our ramp cards to actually kind of ramp up, which has been kind of annoying. Just drawn into like loads and loads of land, you know, because the stainless RNG shuffle mechanic is, you know, a little bit broken at the moment, in my opinion. I'd never get good like draws at any point at the moment. So what can he do with this? So, okay, so he can actually tap down my creature, which is kind of annoying. So he can actually guaranteed push through 5 damage this turn. So we're going to take a lot of damage there. A lot of damage. We're down to 6, so not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. And he's playing out from beyond as well, so he's probably going to be able to search up for Ulamog, I'd assume. So, oh my god, you're joking! Like, more mana? That's absolutely crazy. It's like, we're almost dead at this point, but skip attack. We can almost kill that thing. We could actually kill it next turn. Providing we can block it this turn, we can actually kill it. So, you know, what's he going to do? I guess he's going to sacrifice that, find Ulamog, I'd assume. So he's got like 8 mana. 9 mana if you include the Scion. What did he do there? Oh yes, he is actually sacrificing that. I'm going to assume Ulamog. Yes, of course he's going to find Ulamog. Why wouldn't he find Ulamog? Just because we've not found any of our ramp to get us up to Ulamog. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So yeah, GG. Let's play a 4th game. I've decided. Okay guys, so hopefully for this final game of the day we can finish off with a win. That hand we cannot keep. Seriously, are you actually joking? We're going to have to keep this one because we can't really go down any further. But okay, so we're playing rank 22 MA Laughing, so we'll put the Forest on top, I think. Yeah, you've got to be joking. I've had to go down to 6 cards for pretty much every single match today. That's just, ugh, how broken this game can be sometimes. It's just very, very frustrating. At least we've got the Fertile Thicket to find ourselves another mana, and looks like we're playing aggro as well, because you know this game doesn't hate me enough. So we'll play out the Mountain here, drop the Elvish Visionary, draw a card, start getting our hand nice and stocked up with better cards. Well, at least 5 more mana, which works for me, which means we're well on the way to getting Curd Chieftain and potentially Oblivion Sower. Yeah, I just have not had a lot of luck with, oh my god, Curse of the Full Moon. Have you got to be joking? This is insane. I had to get like red deck wins for, so we're just going to have to skip attack here because there's no point blocking, as most of that damage is going to go through anyway. Okay, so Radiant Flames could be good in a minute. So let's play out the Elvish Visionary. See if we draw into something half decent. Nope. So we're going to have to wait until we get a Curd Chieftain next turn. Yeah, we may as well attack. Why the hell not? Radiant Flames just does not do enough. Doesn't do enough for us, unfortunately, to take out the Foundry Street Denizen. So we just need to play something like Curd Chieftain to block it, ideally. So next turn we should be okay here. So we played the Majoring Bully. It's fine. We could Radiant Flames, I suppose. I'd almost laugh if we play the second spell here, but so that just got pumped up by +1/+1. So I'm going to go down to 11 here. We're just going to get aggroed down for the final game because that's just a real kick in the crotch at the moment. So I'm hating languishing around at these low 20s. Oh yeah, I lost another rank because I started up a game with the wrong deck as well, like a big old idiot. Okay, so at least we found Nissa's Pilgrimage, which could be quite useful. Although first of all, we've got to play out Curd Chieftain here. And then just skip attack. So yeah, at least we've got Nissa's Pilgrimage to potentially bump us up more. So we could actually kill Foundry Street Denizen this turn, thankfully, with the Curd Chieftain. So I'm quite pleased about that. I don't mind throwing this guy away to take out a Call of the Full Moon, if I'm going to be honest. Plus we've got ways of blocking Majoring Bully as well. So he now no longer knows what he's going to do. So hopefully we've stalled the aggression, which should be quite nice. Okay, so he's going to put Inferno Fist on Majoring Bully, so that's going to go up to 5/3 for this turn only. So that one I can block with just one of my elves, and then I can Radiant Flames it next turn potentially, and just kill you. What's he going to do? Titan Strength. Of course he's going to play a Titan Strength. So which one is he giving Titan Strength to? That one? It still dies, thankfully, but he does push through 3 more damage instead. So we only we went down to 8 there, which isn't too bad, I'm going to be honest. So So we're just going to swing with the Elvish Visionary. Deal 1 point of damage and then Radiant Flames to wipe him. Because we need to do that, really, I'm going to be honest. Much as I'd like to have Nissa's Pilgrimage there, we kind of needed to do that to take out his aggression. Another majoring bully, so we either need to find a mana so we can drop something like Oblivion Sower, or we need to draw like another Kurd Chieftain or another blocker. Monvuli Acid Moss works for me. Okay, so he's going to be able to do a little bit of damage this turn. No, we won't grab one of you, we'll grab a Cinderglade. So yeah, we should even be able to play Oblivion Sower or Woodland Bellower this upcoming turn. I mean, we're going to take 2 damage, but it's not the end of the world. Infectious Bloodlust. Of course he's got Infectious Bloodlust. Why wouldn't he have Infectious Bloodlust? So we're going to take 5 damage this turn. That's fine. That's fine. I can accept that. So we're going down to 3. So we're not looking particularly good here, guys. I think we'll play out Woodland Bellower. We'll grab ourselves the Rex Sage. Where have you gone? There you are. You're going to be able to take out the Infectious Bloodlust. And he doesn't get to find a new one either because I've destroyed it and the creature hasn't died, which is quite nice. So what's he got up his sleeve? We do have Oblivion Sower to come down as well. Inferno Fist doesn't do enough for him. I mean, he could potentially take out my Woodland Bellower, but we are just going to block it. So he has to attack, which is kind of silly of him. I mean, we're just going to block, because, you know, we don't want to die, funnily enough. I mean, he's probably just having to do that at this point to maintain aggression, but okay, so he's playing a Foundry Street Denizen, not really too fussed by that. So I think we've managed to outlast the aggression, unless he finds an Exquisite Firecraft, in which case I might just cry anyway. Let's take some of his mana away, hopefully. Yes, we would like to use his ability. We get bonus mana. Let's play out Nissa's Pilgrimage as well to thin down our deck. 1, 2, and 3. So 1 goes on the battlefield, 2 go in hand, so that's our deck nice and thinned down. Skip attack. No point losing the Rex Sage if we don't have to. So the only thing that could kill us now is a double Twin Bolt or an Exquisite Firecraft. Inferno Fist doesn't do anything, I'm going to be honest. Because it can only do 2 damage to us. Okay, so hopefully we get another creature here. Ulamog would be nice. Okay, no, Ravaging Blaze also works for me. So he's going to destroy that and deal a load of damage to his face. I'm guessing he's going to take out my Rex Sage maybe, or take out my health. Yep, that also works for him. So we go down to 1 here. He goes down to 10. So we've actually... No, we don't have lethal, unfortunately. Maybe I shouldn't have swung both there. That was actually a mistake. Because if he's got an aggressive creature, I've actually just screwed myself. So that's really quite idiotic of me. Should have learnt my mistake from the last game when I swung with the Omnath and then he played a haste creature. Fiery Impulse doesn't do anything. Oh, it doesn't kill Rex Sage. And what's his final card? Call of the Full Moon. Okay, so we got away with it. I was really quite worried there that he had... Okay, so Call of the Full Moon doesn't give a creature haste. That isn't too bad. I was expecting that just drops off. And thankfully, we then just swing for lethal. Whew. Survived on 1 health against the red deck wins. My god, that was tense. There we go. Although we managed to beat MA laughing. Cool. Get some gold. Getting a nice stockpile now. And we even managed to do a few of the colourless spells, which isn't too bad. But yeah, that's the end of the episode for now. So, my god, this deck has just not been as good as I thought it was going to be. I don't know if I need to adjust up the amount of ramp cards or something, but it just hasn't been working fast enough. I think I need to have a play around with it maybe and have a bit of a tinker. But that's the end of the episode for now. So for the next episode, we're going to be playing with the deck tech for the... Simic Tempo, which I'm quite looking forward to playing, as that was one of my favourite decks from Origins. So yeah, as always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.